What do you know about war? They'll tell you it's about patriotism, democracy, or some shit about the other guy hating our freedom. But you want to know what it's really about? What do you see? A kid from Arkansas doing his patriotic duty to defend his country? I see a helmet, fire-retardant gloves, body armor, and an M16. I see $17,500. That's what it costs to outfit one American soldier. Over 2 million soldiers fought in Iraq and Afghanistan. It costs the American taxpayer $4.5 billion each year just to pay the air conditioning bills for those wars. And that's what war is really about. War is an economy. Anybody who tells you otherwise is either in on it or stupid.
When you allow one American to be violated, you threaten the freedoms of every American. And I can't understand this, why no one in Congress is raising their voice. And the reason is very simple. This may be you don't want to hear, I don't know. And I certainly don't want to hurt you on your show. You have one of the best. You're fair. But I believe that Israel has a powerful stranglehold on the American government. They control both members of the House and the Senate. They have us involved in wars of which we have little or no interest. Our children are coming back in body bags. Our nation is bankrupt over these wars. And if you open your mouth, you get targeted. And if they don't beat you at the poll, they'll put you in prison.
I'm barred from doing any business with the U.S. government. I'm on a watch list.
I'm experiencing a dopamine rush right now.
Generals gathered in their masses, just like witches at black masses. Evil minds that plot destruction, sorcerer of death's construction. In the fields of bodies burning, as the war machine keeps turning. Death and hatred to mankind, poisoning their brainwashed minds. Oh Lord, yeah.
The head of the snake, the system of power, is headed by the financial system. The bankers rule the earth through the private control of the issuance of money, debt-based money, which we're all supposed to pay. Ultimately, with all of these things that they call austerity and whatnot, the bankers basically, through the control of the issuance of money, which allows them to provide themselves with an infinite supply of money, means they can buy anything and anyone that can be bought. So when we look at the vast majority of governments around the world, they're nothing more than puppets who are carrying out an agenda for the bankers.
Let's keep it professional, okay? Let's keep it above board. Let's keep it about the Jews and Hitler and not all his gay crap, all right?
America acts like the world police, except when Israel conducts crimes against humanity. I mean, they're free to do whatever the hell they want because, you know, they have those tapes. They have the tapes of what happened on Epstein's island that would probably collapse this entire system if they released it. That's why they threaten us with phrases like, if Israel falls, the entire world falls.
And the Epstein files, how's that disclosure? 6 months into the Trump administration, I think that Trump supporters are having a bit of buyer's remorse. I think there's a little bit of buyer's remorse. Well, what happened, guys?
The bankers at the top of this pyramid are, as I've said, plain and simple psychopaths. They're drunk on their own power. They're used to getting everything they want. They can buy anything and anyone that can be bought. And this explains the corruption of virtually every government we can look at. And the policies do not reflect the interests of the people. They reflect pure and simple the interests of the bankers.
Okay, buying a house is out of the realm of possibility based on these prices, but at least we get to be drafted in a war with Iran, okay? Oh, and if you don't want to die in a war with Iran for Israel, you are anti-Semitic. So the clown show continues here.
You want to talk about better than Kamala? Shut the fuck up forever.
Doesn't anyone notice this? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills!
Now in darkness world stops turning, ashes where the body's burning. No more war pigs have the power, and as God has struck the hour, day of judgment God is calling. On the knees the war pigs crawling, begging mercies for the sins. Satan laughing spreads his wings. Oh Lord, yeah.
I read all these books and was like, whoa, everything is a lie. And I mean, literally, I've been studying this stuff now for 30 years. But then I came to a point in my mid-20s where I read another book called The End of Nature, and I read in that book by Bill McKibben about how genetic engineering was more dangerous than nuclear weapons, how one genetic experiment gone wrong could create a chain reaction that could literally exterminate life as we know it. And I was like, am I the only person who knows this? And like, we need to solve this. This is unacceptable. And I basically kind of give all that to my mom. She just was such a loving mom, and she cared so much for everybody. And I care about this world. I love this world. I have a good life, you know, even when I'm down in the gutter, homeless, in a prison, being tortured. Man, give me seconds, man. I didn't come here for an easy ride. And if there's a problem that needs to be solved or a challenge that needs to be met, well, sign me up, man.
These are real threats. They've committed crimes so heinous, so destructive that they now need to build a cage around the entire population just to protect themselves from exposure. They want you tracked, logged, facial scanned, deepfaked, and categorized in real time like cattle, so they can shut you off the moment you become a threat to their Luciferian regime.
Rubio, all these people are not your friends. Americans will die for Israel because they betrayed our country.
Today is July 8th, the year of our Lord 2025. How have you guys been?
I don't think they can respond very well.
I hope you guys have been good. I haven't been. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about regime changes in the Middle East. So I'm going to let Dylan take this away.
I mean, I feel like the people would be interested in what happened to us recently since our last episode, because what I had happen to me was just fucking insane. My dog might have got killed by a Mossad agent. Fucking
right. Some rebel spy took Mocha down. It's one of the saddest things I've ever heard.
We have two dogs, Mocha and Luna, and we've had them for literally 12 years now. Had them for so long, and Mocha got hit by a car Mocha and Luna is their names, and Mocha got hit by a car 2 years ago. So she doesn't move around the best. She got moving pretty good. Like, she healed up good from it. Like, you'd be surprised with how bad she was whenever she got hit. Like, her leg was fucked. And, like, she had a very swollen back knee. But that was pretty much it. She could still run fine. It just, like, got all cartilaged up and shit. And she was moving good. Not great, but good. And,
Dylan just repeated himself there because he doesn't have Alzheimer's. We're just very stoned right now. we're down on our fucking luck.
I talk about that and talk about how Mocha can move because she got shot, fucking killed, by someone we don't know. We don't know who it was, and I don't think it was a neighbor. I'm 99.9% sure it wasn't a neighbor because...
It was an agitator.
I know them. I know that they're not going to do that, and like if they had a problem with our dogs coming on their property, they would fucking give us a warning first, at least. They wouldn't just go straight to violence like that. And
see, what the weird part about it is it was placed at your doorstep as well.
Yeah, and she had no blood around her, like where she got placed at either, if she did get placed. I don't think she got placed there. I think she walked there. I think someone randomly driving by shot her, but I don't know that for sure, obviously. But, yeah, me and my dad were just looking for her whenever we called her in one night. We thought we saw her last around, like, 3:30 p.m., 3. And then we just don't think anything of it. We don't see her, but we're not, like, looking for her or anything. We don't suspect anything, obviously. It's just another random night. And whenever we call her in before it gets dark, it's probably 30 minutes before it gets dark out. We're looking for her, can't find her. Looking around for 20 minutes probably all around the property yelling for her, and then I start driving up on the road and looking for her, and my dad finds her me and my dad are neighbors if anyone doesn't know, and he finds her on his back porch, like on his back porch under his deck, right by our door, and she didn't have any blood around her, and she had 3 bullet holes in her, and that's fucking a shitty way to go for a dog who went through so much to get to where she was at.
We're talking about a 12-year-old pup here. I mean, whatever she was doing, it couldn't have been that fucked up.
Yeah, I mentioned that she got hit by a car because she wasn't violent to anybody. She was just if there was an intruder on our property, Luna would be the one going crazy. She would be the fucking agitator and actually defend our property. But Mocha didn't know a fucking stranger. She loved everybody that walked up to her. And she showed no violence. She showed no signs of even going off of our front yard. She hung out in pretty much our front yards and backyards.
That's what I wanted to say. Is I just want everybody to know I've never seen Mocha out of the front yard ever.
And it was during daytime whenever they shot her. Like, we saw her last around 3 and then didn't see her again until 8:30. Whenever she was dead, and she looked like she had been dead on our back porch for a couple hours. She was like, her tongue was sticking out and it was stiff. 3 bullet holes in her, and it's just fucked up. But we're never gonna find answers for it. It's just fucking, you just gotta move on. It sucks.
It's bullshit. Say la vie. The second thing, Dylan had a cat. This cat, he was my favorite cat of all time. I'm not gonna lie. He was a Chad.
Duke was an OG, straight up, out of all cats. I know you think your cat's cool. Duke was better. I'm just telling you that now.
Duke was a warrior. This was no inside cat. Duke, he was scarred the fuck up. He was a battle-hardened warrior, and he died suddenly. He died abruptly, and I don't know what to do anymore, to be honest with you guys.
And what sucked, it was just days after Mocha died, so we already had to go through our dog dying, and then our cat dies just a couple days later. It's been a rough time for me.
Things are not good, folks. We're under attack by bad energy. All of our lives are under assault this July, and I want everybody to hold out hope. Not all is lost. Shit happens, man, and I'm in here for the long haul. I've buckled down. I'm ready for the battles. This isn't the war.
Sam, do you want to talk about what you had, or do you?
Absolutely not. No, I'm sorry. You guys cannot be let in on this undisclosed information. All you need to know is it's abrupt. It was incredibly saddening for me, and it puts me in a world of hurt. So we're going to move on from that and get in the regime changes because enough of our crying. Everybody has bad things happen to them. I mean, what are you guys going to do?
Yeah, I'm sure it's not going too great for you guys either. We're going to stop bitching and moaning. I got a prayer actually that I wrote myself and stole from an actual prayer.
Look at this, folks. I like this.
Dear God, I come before you with a humble heart, fully aware of my shortcomings and sins. I ask for your forgiveness for the mistakes I have made both knowingly and unknowingly. Please cleanse my heart, Lord, and wash away the stains of my transgressions. I fully repent for the times I have strayed from your path and failed to live according to your plan for me. I am sorry for the pain I have caused others and the space I have put between us. Grant me the strength to resist temptation and the wicked traps set upon me by Satan. Allow me the wisdom to understand the difference between what is right and wrong. Fill me with your love and teach me to forgive as you forgive. Teach me to show compassion and love for those who have wronged me. I place my trust in you to help guide me through this wicked world and the just world full of corruption and usury. And with your help, I promise to be a beacon of truth and to be a reflection of your love, mercy, and forgiveness of others.
Amen. Folks, we're here. We're back at it. Not everything is lost. They might say that the Jeffrey Epstein files just don't exist. The client list doesn't exist. They might say that. They might say the strategic strikes to stop WMDs in Iran would stop everything. We don't know that yet. Who knows? We don't know what's going on in the Ukraine war. Zelensky's at least showing up with a suit now at the White House. I don't know what else to say, Dylan. I feel empowered right now. I feel humbled. I know we're at our worst, but we're about to be at our best.
Dude, the Iran situation with Trump has me spiraling down a dark path, and then they hit me with that, and then they also hit me with fucking the Epstein shit right after that. The Epstein blow of them releasing that was literally like gut-wrenching for me, to be honest.
Dylan, it doesn't exist. I don't know what you're talking about.
Trump said on Rogan literally fucking months ago that they were fucking going to release the client list, and just, dude, it's so crazy the amount of lies. Like, he is a pathological liar, and it's not even debatable at this point.
The Department of Justice lady was handing out, like, basically fucking brochures for it to a bunch of YouTubers and shit. Do you remember that?
Yeah, they had the fucking giant packets of shit that they were handing out.
She says she has the client list on her desk. She says she has it on her desk, but it doesn't exist, guys. It wasn't real. P. Diddy's he's innocent. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Her saying that it was on her desk just fucking, was that just a week ago, 2 weeks ago?
It doesn't matter.
Literally.
It's game over. It's game over, folks. Mocha's dead. Duke's gone. We're fucked.
Yeah, it's getting bad out here, folks. We're losing soldiers left and right. Soldiers who are fighting against the globalists, fucking, they're dropping like flies out here. And then they're committing genocide in fucking multiple countries with our tax dollars and committing regime. How the fuck do you say that?
It's regime, Dylan. Come on.
Regime change. They're committing regime change. They're going to commit regime change, just like they have in the past. They have, and so many countries in the Middle East, all to benefit Israel. It's only to benefit Israel. We gain nothing from it at all. It's solely to benefit a country that is so small in the Middle East that does not help us at all.
Dude, they're literally our greatest allies, but okay.
Bibi Netanyahu is facing fucking multiple crimes. He's been on trial for 5 years now. They just keep delaying it over and over again for bribery and shit, and it was getting serious right whenever they fucking let in Hezbollah to attack them and let in people whenever they have one of the most state-of-the-art technologies to defend their country. They just let in soldiers to now have an excuse to commit genocide with American tax dollars.
Dylan, it might be one of the most defended borders in the world. It might have microphones on every square meter of the place, but this conspiracy theory about them 9/11ing themselves with Hezbollah needs to stop. I don't like it.
Bibi has been around for so long in Israel, and he has said on record that he is going to drain the United States of everything they have and then dispose of them whenever they are done with them. And they have taken estimated around $300 billion of foreign aid, not just American, but foreign aid in general, just in their lifetime, more than any other country on the planet, a small country in the Middle East that is so small, dude.
Dude, it was promised to them. I don't know what is it up. What's up with you in this? Come on. They deserve it, Dylan. They need it.
In 2020, right whenever COVID was going on, BB was facing charges of bribery, fraud, and breach of trust in 3 different cases, him and his wife. And then they just are continuously pushing that on and keeping him in power as much as they can, and not they're delaying that as much as possible with this war. They're saying this is war times. We can't charge him on that. Whenever it's like there's evidence of it, like he could easily be tried and found guilty, and there's evidence of it, and then they're not going to do anything about it, and they're just going to delay this war and kill as many innocent women and children as possible.
And Dylan, just because he's a proven pathological liar, just because everybody knows the October 6th attacks happened because he was about to lose the election, it doesn't matter. Bibi Netanyahu is a saint. He's just defended Israel. He's a guardian of Israel. Okay? He's guardian of his home country.
We've committed regime change. Why is that word so hard for me to say? Anyway, we've committed that so many times in the Middle East. I literally wrote it down and wrote the years that we did it, where we basically had a coup in each one of these states to overthrow their government and put in our own that is okay with Federal Reserves and allow us to take oil from the Middle East, from their property that they own. And we have put in people who are just only backing up Israel and United States affairs, which is like good for me as a citizen, but it's fucked what they're doing, just crimes against humanity in the Middle East. We've taken over democracies in Iran in 1953, Guatemala in 1954, Panama in 1941, Syria in 1949, the Congo in 1960, Brazil in 1964, Indonesia in 1957 and 1965, the Dominican Republic in 1965, Greece in 1967, Chile in 1973, Egypt in 1952, and Haiti in 2004.
Dylan, it's called defense. We have to do these things.
We have to strike them before they can strike us.
Just because we need the oil from them, it makes us bad guys that we make them change up their government. Don't they want democracy, Dylan? Don't you want to admit maybe those guys that we regime changed were bad guys? Come on. I mean, I think we need to think about this.
They were democratically elected in almost all of them.
Dylan,
by the people.
Just because the people voted for them doesn't mean it's the best choice for them.
Yeah, we're fucked, guys.
I don't know what to say. I don't know what to tell you.
The same thing is going to happen in Iran. You can see all the cards lining up for a false flag to happen in the United States to put us boots on the ground in Iran because the bombs did not work. The bombs that were supposed to work that Trump...
Dylan, they have a ceasefire.
Trump bragged about it literally only an hour after the bombs dropped, saying, "Victory, we have completely destroyed Iran's nuclear system. They're done. No chance of them ever recovering. We bombed bunker busters in Fordo. We sent in cruise missiles on Natanz and Isfahan."
Don't even try to say these words.
Dude, I pronounced all of them perfectly.
Who knows?
I guarantee I pronounced all of them perfectly. Anyway, dude.
Some sort of Muslim interpreter here.
Fordo, I'm just parroting what other people have told me on pronunciations. I didn't even bother to look them up. But anyway, Fordo, dude, we claimed that we destroyed that for days after it happened. We claimed that we destroyed their nuclear system. We destroyed all of their uranium that they had. They're fucked. If that actually did happen, wouldn't that cause like a nuclear disaster, nuclear fallout? Wouldn't the land be inhabitable if nuclear bombs are real and radiation's real? If we actually did destroy them?
Oh, there it is, folks. I was wondering where this was going. I knew this was going to go to radiation is fake.
Dude, they claimed that we destroyed the bombs, but then the Iranian government is claiming that there's no nuclear fallout at all from this.
What are you, a nuclear engineer? Who knows what happened? Who knows if they even bombed those places that they're telling you they bombed?
I mean, I think that they bombed them, unless it's all just actually is theater, which it could be. I mean, I think it is all theater, but it's like, that would be even more to the extent that I think it is, that it's theater.
I mean, that was a retarded thing for me to say, because obviously they probably did bomb those places. T-Dog is pretty sweet. I don't know. Dylan is just some hater about our president. He's going to release the Epstein files. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Anyway, again, I'm no fucking nuclear engineer. I don't know. I don't know how it works, but I don't know if it's like a cartoon where if you shoot a nuke with a gun, it's gonna go off.
I can explain what the United States thought process, or what they're claiming their thought process is. At Fordo specifically is where they thought that they housed all their uranium. They had enough 60% uranium. They have to like enrich uranium to from 60% is the hardest one to go from whatever to 60% is the hardest one to get. And then to get from 60% uranium, 60% enriched uranium, 90% is a lot easier, I guess. And once you get to 90%, that's where you make your atomic bomb with. And they had apparently enough uranium in just Fordo to make 15 atomic bombs is what they're claiming. And they said they were just weeks away, or a week from making a bomb, making a nuclear weapon, and that's why they needed to bomb it. Whenever they've had all this uranium for 30 years now. They've had enough enriched uranium to make a bomb. They've had the scientists as well and are able to make a bomb. They have chose not to because they agreed to. Israel actually broke the fucking trust that they had. Right. Illegally made nuclear bombs, and we're not doing anything about that. But whenever Iran just wants to make one bomb, which you've shown that you need to have a bomb for defense, because the United States,
they don't have nukes. Okay, Israel does not have nukes. Okay, you guys cannot come in here. You guys cannot come inside and look. But I promise you, we don't have any.
We just showed them that they need to make a bomb, and we haven't taken out any of their scientists, and supposedly haven't taken out any of their uranium. They still can make a bomb and are still weeks away, and then best case scenario, they're a year away from making a bomb. But like, we did nothing to stop them, and which makes it so fucking crazy that Trump went on Truth Social and within the hour and was saying, victory, we've completely destroyed the nuclear system. They're fucked. There's nothing they can do about it, whenever in reality they're still in the same situation. Iran needs to make a bomb for protection. We've made it worse because we've shown them that they need to have a bomb for defense. It's the only way to fucking have any diplomacy with the United States and are able to talk with them, because we had a fucking ceasefire with them for negotiations, pulled the rug out from under them one time, fucked them. We said, okay, we're gonna negotiate for 60 days or whatever the timeline Trump gave was, then pulled the rug out from under them again, and then bombed them again, and let Israel bomb them. We let Israel bomb them whenever we were supposed to be negotiating in good faith. Why would Iran not want to make a bomb right now?
It's always the WMD fucking theory, isn't it? Listen, if they did bomb those places and then had uranium, maybe it's all buried under the ground. That's why there's no nuclear fallout. Think about that, Dylan. Maybe nukes are real. Back to just the geopolitical points. I don't know. I don't know what's going on over there in Iran. I don't think it's possible for the average American citizen to know what's going on over there. The amount of uranium they have, who fucking knows? Who knows if they got bombs? Who knows if they're building bombs? It just comes back. It always just comes back to the terrorism part. And if you believe that 9/11 didn't happen the way they said it happened, let's just go with that. Then you won't buy into this terrorist stuff. And it's pretty obvious why the Middle East hates us. It's obviously they're going to say we hate America after the regime changes, as Dylan has said. Maybe some of those Democratic leaders deserve to be in there, and maybe they were a little bit socialist, so we had to take them out. These things happen. If you want to nationalize your oil, you're gonna get fucked. Flat out. It's just the way it works over there.
If you don't know what Sam's talking about, that is why Iran would be so pissed at America, is because they literally overthrew a democratically elected government, and fucking all because they nationalized their oil in Iran. Whenever it started out in 1908 with Britain, and they went into an agreement with what was Persia, is what Persia originally was before they became Iran. And in 1908, whenever Britain was over there prospecting, they just found literally an ocean of oil under the ground, and they're like, holy fuck, we can make so much money off of this. And then they set up it was the Persian something. No, it was the
Persian something.
It was the British Persian oil company or something like that. But it later turned into the Anglo-Iranian oil company. And they set up an oil refinery in Iran, and then only gave Iran 16% of the oil, and then the rest, it's all being taken from Iran. All the Iran's getting taken from Iranian soil, and then they're only getting 16% of the oil, which would lead to a leader wanting to nationalize the oil, because they're like, we just have been getting fucked by by Britain for 50 years. They've been taking so much oil from us and giving us pennies back on the dollar. Why would you not want to nationalize your oil? Like, that's just fucking, if we were in that situation, we would do the same thing. And then that led to not only the CIA, but also MI6, Britain's secret service, to go into Iran and overthrow the government by creating protests, creating chaos, and then forcing riots to happen and forcing the leader to be exiled from the country.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's happened since time immemorial, Dylan. I mean, how did Saddam Hussein get where he was? He was regime changed in. And then he got a little freaky about the Kuwait and the Iraq-Iran situation. He got a little bit goofy. He had to get regime changed too. I mean, fuck. These things happen. Gaddafi, poor guy, got a bayonet stuck up his ass. Regime change. What are you going to do?
We've done it in countries multiple times, and we've only done it in Iran once, but it's so clear that it's going to happen again now. And they just, like, Iran has the playbook. They know by now what happened in 1953. They know that was only because they nationalized their oil, and they're pissed about it. And they're like, this is going to cause World War III. Like, this, if Trump escalating shit by bombing another country with U.S. tax dollars for fucking Israel, whenever, like, literally, we don't gain anything. They can't justify what we gain from our relationship with Israel.
And not to mention, Israel hit them first.
Yeah, that's also a fair point.
And, I mean, if you're in the Israeli situation, if you think how they're thinking, then yeah, it's probably... you would want to do it too. You got to put yourself in other people's shoes here. I don't know. It's just the problem of us always getting involved in the Jews and the Muslims killing each other over a strip of desert. It's literally, it all boils down to that. It boils down to the U.S. getting caught up. I mean, how many dual citizenships can we have is my question.
From such a small country and such a fucking small percentage of the population.
How many politicians are, I'm not going to say it, there's a lot of congressmen and congresswomen that I think have strange ties to their faith and to another country that's not the United States. And it's just it's just weird. It's just a little strange, you know. I don't know if you guys have seen these people tweeting about how they'll do anything, and then you look at the bills that they're trying to pass, and all the bills that they're trying to pass is something about the Israeli Defense Fund. It's X, Y, and Z. Israeli supplies. Israeli this. Israeli that. It's not the people, it's the country.
when you're looking at this, you have to realize that you aren't the good guys. Like your country, like you're a good person listening to this. All of our listeners are obviously.
Yeah, you guys are great. But handsome too.
All countries involved in this are not good countries. Like United States, obviously, we've talked about it time and time again. Iran, Israel, they're funding fucking the terrorist groups that they're going against. Like all these countries in here in a big fucking pot, and they're all donating and giving guns to these terrorist groups that are causing chaos in all these countries. And we've killed so many people, the United States has, in other countries for no reason. Israel, I mean, and just right there on the border in Gaza, in just the past fucking year, 2 years alone, how many innocent women and children have died for no reason at all. And they've just completely leveled Gaza into just a pancake. Like, there's no buildings left standing in Gaza.
It's theirs to settle, dude. It's theirs to settle.
Iran hits Israel with one hospital, and they're like, oh my God, the women and children. How could you hit a hospital whenever they fucking hit every single hospital in Gaza? Gaza had 27 hospitals. They've destroyed every one. Whenever the people in these hospitals are doing surgery by candlelight because they don't have electricity, they're doing fucking very important surgeries to save someone's life by candlelight, and then they get hit with a bomb and die.
C'est la vie. Yeah, no, again, it's you gotta let them boys fight it out. Flat out, we just shouldn't be involved. It's just getting involved in the situation. It's like seeing two people fighting at the playground and then just wanting to help one of them over the other just for the fuck of it. Just why not? Why not beat the fuck out of this guy? You don't need to be in there in the first place. It'll be all right if you stay out of it. You can get plenty of oil from Saudi Arabia. You don't need that oil. It'll be good.
Trump's gonna. This is gonna be a take that I don't even think you believe with.
Uh-oh. I mean, there's a lot of those. You ripped the no nuclear already.
I think that Trump should be impeached for his actions against Iran and his actions just against our own citizens. What he just did in Iran is so fucked up. Bombing those nuclear sites whenever we don't need to be involved over there at all is action. Action should be taken just for that alone. Like, we fucking knocked Bill Clinton out just for lying about having sex with another woman that wasn't his wife, like cheating on his wife. We fucking impeached him for that. Trump should easily be impeached just for Iran, but then also the Epstein shit, talking it up, running on that, and then going on Rogan just months before saying that they're going to release it. People in your staff are saying they have the client list on the desk, and then you come out and say that there's no client list at all. He trafficked children, nobody. Ghislaine Maxwell's in prison for no reason, obviously, because they did nothing wrong. There's no client list. They trafficked women, children, nobody. And
I don't know why you guys are saying that he's so important. He's not really an important guy. He didn't have any lists. He didn't hang out with anybody, okay?
Dude, just today he was gaslighting our own people whenever a reporter asked a question about the minute being gone in the Epstein tapes. A reporter just asked a question about that today, recently after it got released, and Trump gaslights the nation, being like, "Why? How could you talk about Epstein right now? You guys are still talking about that creep? With what we have going on, the good and the bad, the good in Iran and then the bad in Texas, these floods. You have the nerve to ask about Epstein, that weirdo? How could you do that right now?" And like, it's the most gaslighting shit you've ever seen in your entire life. It is. I couldn't believe it whenever I watched it. It made me literally sick. Like, that's just so proof that he is on that client list. That's so proof that they have the tapes on him. We've seen time and time again with his support of Israel that he is literally, they have tapes on him, and
There's a tape on everybody, though.
That's why
it's game over, dude.
That's why it's not going to come out, and it's never going to come out. But you need to realize that it's not just speculation anymore. Like, there's a video that Trump does not want to be seen that was taken in Jeffrey Epstein's mansion on that island.
You're telling me he didn't just hang out with the staff?
Why did that fucking mansion just look so shitty on top with Israel's colors? And then it's like a tower underground of layers. They're just floor after floor under it in the plans, and oh my God! And then there's just cameras in each room, and you're saying that there's no tapes.
It's a big club, and you're not in it, Dylan.
I can't believe what our nation's doing to
I
us.
think every big name you could honestly, I mean, you see what happened at Bohemian Grove. It was a bunch of dudes running around in the forest naked. What do you think was going on that fucking island way off the coast? What fucking sort of depravity? I think everybody that you could name that's a famous celebrity has probably been to one of these islands, have been involved in some of this. Maybe some of them not. Who knows? I just think there's way too much interference going on in here for it not to be a huge operation. The pedophile elite goes deep. It goes deeper than anybody can even fucking imagine. It blows my mind. It's my favorite conspiracy theory just because of how fucking sick it is.
And you can see just how the proof goes back so much with the Franklin scandal and the other shit that we've talked about on this. It's been happening for so long. Why would it stop? It's still continuing to happen. And while they have a pedophile ring going on underground, they're implementing a surveillance state, implementing Real ID, and tracking your every move more and more. They're installing more and more security cameras to track every move you do and to make sure you don't talk about Israel. You don't talk bad about Israel is what it's going to come down to. They're going to slowly take away free speech. They already have. The Department of Justice, did you see that shit that came out with the Department of Justice and talking about anti-Semitism and naturalized citizens?
No.
They issued a statement saying that naturalized citizens are citizens that were born in this country, which, like, the Constitution guarantees them to have citizenship here. Like, you can say what you want about immigrants coming in, having kids. Like, whether you like it or not, the Constitution says that is a U.S. citizen because they're born on this soil. And they will have their citizenship revoked for a number of reasons, but one of the most important being anti-Semitism. Right up there with terrorism and shit, they're fucking talking about deporting naturalized citizens for anti-Semitism.
I mean, thank God there's way too much of it nowadays.
That is freedom of speech given to a U.S.-born citizen. And they don't care about the Constitution. They don't care about anything. They are above the law, and there's nothing that we are going to do about it other than congressman in the fucking head. That's all you're going to do about it in Minecraft that will actually commit change. In Minecraft, let me repeat.
Dude.
You need to your local congressman in the fucking head is the only way you're going to get any change.
He's joking about that. That's not what we believe in here. He's talking about that. I think you should just take that out, honestly.
No, in Minecraft.
I don't think that's going to fly. I think that's going to get our last strike. Hopefully he'll bleep that out later. Well, let's continue. I don't know what's going to happen, folks. I think if it does go downhill, if people's eyes do get open, it's going to happen fast. It's going to be a massive landslide. And whenever that happens, I think you should be prepared. I think you should have firearms. I think you should have food. And I think you should have some sort of bug out plan, to be honest with you. Not to be the doom and gloom guy, not to be the prepper man, but I think it's a smart idea. I got a pack. I mean, I don't know.
Need to have gold and silver for sure.
Dylan thinks you need precious metals, and I don't disagree with him. I think it's pretty cool. I have precious metal of my own.
You don't want Bitcoin. I would have 0 Bitcoin if I was anyone. It's gone up too much. It's a Ponzi scheme. It's going to crash. I know I sound crazy right now because it's over 100,000, and you're not going to like this. But just a couple days ago, 80,000 Bitcoin was transferred from 8 different wallets that have been dormant since 2011. It's worth $8.6 billion worth of Bitcoin that was transferred out of wallets that haven't been moved since 2011. No one is holding through that entire time. No matter how much you believed in it, no one is holding that entire time. That is whoever this creator is of Bitcoin, which I believe is fully just
the most fakest Japanese name that you could think of.
It's so obviously just created by the deep state to have what they wanted. They wanted us to have a cryptocurrency that they want, which is why...
Dude, it's going to be the worldwide currency. Yeah, I don't know. You need to just accept it. I don't know why you're trying to fight back. What is this gold and silver you're talking about? I believe in mining cryptocurrency, Dylan.
It's just all part of a plan to have a surveillance state on us, and then if they don't like what you're doing, if they don't like what you're talking about, they have you. They're watching you at every corner you take, and if they don't like what you're saying, they're just going to turn off your Bitcoin currency, and then you're no longer going to be able to buy food or water.
You're going to get debanked, as Kanye once put it.
I wonder how the group that he was talking about debanked him. I wonder how they got a hold of that much power.
Yeah, come on now, Dylan. He deserved it. He has a mental illness. I think he belongs in the hospital.
Per capita, the amount that we have in Hollywood, in our Congress, and just dual citizens in general compared to other countries per capita, it is the most insane thing you've ever seen. It's almost like they're all working together and committing a plot. And then right after they do it, they're going to have 5 dancing people just record it and then say that they were there to document the event. 9/11 was so obvious that it's not what they've said, and then they've continued to lie about it until now. 24 years later, they're still continuing the same lie whenever we watched World Trade Center 7 fall into its own footprint, whenever it didn't even get hit by a plane.
It was a furniture fire.
It didn't even get hit by a plane. And you're telling me that it just collapsed into
Didn't get hit by a plane, it was blocks away.
Its own footprint at free fall speed whenever it fell. And it is exactly, if you watch any video of a controlled demolition, it is exactly the same. And what I believe at this point is that fourth tower somehow, or fourth plane that got whatever the fuck happened to it.
Philadelphia.
You can't even say that the Pentagon one is a plane because that's clearly a missile that hit the fucking side of the Pentagon. It's coming in so low, you'd have to be the most skilled pilot in the world to make such a maneuver.
I mean, dude, it was really like some Ace Combat shit he would have to pull off to actually make the supposed what they said happened. You're telling me he just wouldn't fucking dive bomb it into it's like the most retarded fucking plan that you could possibly think of. They hit the side that they fortified 3 months ago. I mean, one camera saw it. There's just one camera outside of the Pentagon where all of U.S. national defense is taking place, and you're telling me that there's one camera angle. That's how you know it's fake, is you see all the 9/11 camera angles, like all the retards saying it's disintegration, it was a fucking 3D image, 9/11 never actually happened. That shit's brain dead. You're seeing all the brand new angles. You're seeing all this goofy shit. It didn't happen the way they said it happened. Okay?
World Trade Center 7 went down because of a controlled demolition, but how...
You can see thermite going off in the sides of the building in some angles. I don't know. That's what I was referring to. I don't know if anybody got that, but...
You can tell it's a controlled demolition, obviously, but I think that their plan was they get those first 2 towers off, and then that third plane that was shot down, what I believe was just a pilot that went against orders or some shit. Somehow that plane got shot down whenever it wasn't supposed to. I believe that plane was supposed to hit World Trade Center 7, and then that would make the job a lot less sloppy, because...
I don't think the plane that they say crashed in Philadelphia was even a plane. I think, I mean,
a plane took off, like they had to do something with those people, like...
But you're telling me the plane crashed on the ground and there was no fucking there was nothing. There was no pieces left over at all. It was all buried underneath the fucking ground, and we're not gonna dig it up.
There were loved ones talking to people an hour after it happened. Only a couple.
There were loved ones talking to people from the plane that they said was impossible. I mean, if you watch 9/11 New Pearl Harbor, you'll see that some of the points don't make any sense at all. The most strange thing to me is definitely the calls. I don't know what happened. I don't know if these people could have gotten paid to just new lives. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what happened.
They iced him as soon as they landed in a military facility.
They might have iced him as soon as they landed in a military facility.
And then in the World Trade Center towers, the Twin Towers, like there's reports of fucking whatever that company was, literally just coming in like weeks before it happened, like fucking construction going on in the floors that actually got hit by the plane. Like they were blocked off from the public. Like
Silverstein takes out an insurance claim against terrorist attacks. Like, well, I don't. That's all you should need to hear. I don't know what how he could have had the intuition, just the business sense. What a great man. I mean, come on. He's always there having fucking, what was it, brunch? He's always there having brunch, and then the day that these attacks happen, he's not there. He's at a doctor's appointment.
And before he buys the towers, he has a fucking just terrible health emergency where he's in the hospital getting fucking morphined up, and he's still in such a rush. He needs to get out of the hospital to make this business deal to acquire these asbestos-ridden towers that nobody in the entire world wants because it's such a liability to get rid of that entire health hazard.
It would have costed more to tear it out than it would to build a new building.
And that's in fucking 2001 dollars, where it's just going to cost billions of dollars, not even in today's money, where they've just printed so much that our dollar is just becoming so worthless. And just this year alone,
it's the most devalued currency in the world right now. The U.S. dollar is the most devalued currency in the world right now, folks.
And it's only going to get worse, and that's why you need gold and silver to protect yourself from that. But it's a plan that is being put in place from within. Our leaders are dismantling our country on purpose. And it's obvious that Trump is blackmailed by Israel. And it's so obvious that whenever he puts on that theater saying that, oh, no, I'm not boys with Bibi anymore. Whenever that was happening, like, oh, he's fucked up guy. Do you remember whenever he's saying that shit in the news?
I remember him saying that he was not happy with Bibi after the ceasefire fell through.
I'm talking like a couple weeks ago how he's saying that he's like he went just complete 180 saying Bibi was a bad guy, and then completely 180 back now to where he's saying that he's a good man. He shouldn't. His trials are there's no evidence of the trials that are going on that are going against him. They need to be dropped, and if they don't get dropped, he's going to stop sending aid to Israel.
He's a politician at the end of the day. Who knows what fucking sort of deals they got cooked up.
If you can't see that he is blackmailed, then I don't know what to tell you. I don't know how you can still be happy with who you voted for. You're just in a trance at this point by Fox News to where you just
the Trumpers
fully believe anything that he says, and you can't spot a lie from the man at all.
Yeah, no, you can tell that T-Dog he's happy he doesn't have to run again. He's doing his own thing.
I got 5G frequencies making me want to blow up my car, but it's okay because we're getting the illegals out.
Where'd you see that one at?
I just made it up.
You made it up. I like that.
They're spraying our foods with fucking pesticides and giving us cancer with fucking autism shots. But it's okay. It's okay.
Whoa! They're not autism shots. They're vaccines, and they help millions across the world.
It's okay because we're defending the border, getting the illegals out. That's what matters. That's what matters right now. I'm so happy with what I voted for.
It's very disappointing that he has less deportations per day than Obama. He needs to step it up. T-Dog needs to step it up. Obama's outclassing him. He needs to start dropping more bombs too, like Obama.
Obama admitted on like an interview that we were a part of Iran's government being taken over in 1953. Like he said that on fucking camera, and like he said that we played a part in their democracy being taken over. And like I couldn't believe that I saw that what benefit would they even have to announcing that other than just to rub it in faces?
Dylan, he got a Nobel Peace Prize and he ran out of bombs to drop on Yemen. I mean, I don't know. The duality of man, I guess. Obama is a strange fella. He had a very strange personal life as well. Was it?
I saw him pictured with somebody on a boat, and there's just like a terrified Chinese kid just fucking right in between them. Like they're looking over the boat, and there's literally a terrified Chinese kid. It's 100% real. I'm positive. And there's also another video of a young girl sitting on his lap that looks terrified in like the basement of some house or whatever. And
my question is, what the fuck did his chef see that night?
yeah, the fucking Obamas are just killing people and getting away with it. The Clintons, their fucking chefs are just drowning whenever they're great swimmers.
The body count. We're not even going to get into... We should get into the body count sometime. We should do a body count episode.
I feel like we have on our Clinton episode. We talked about who they've killed, but we didn't... I mean, there were so many people to go over.
We didn't number it. I mean, they've killed like fucking 40 people. It don't matter.
Well, I think we only talked about like 6 or some shit, just confirmed ones in that episode. And like there's... Like, you could argue that there's over the 30 confirmed and as many as like 80 that they've had associates that are close to them that have died in mysterious ways or committed suicide.
And them boys remain. Old Bill.
But yeah, we've impeached the old Clinton, old Bill Dog, for
Bill Dog's out.
Just getting some head in the White House from some dumb bitch. And then we won't impeach Trump for bombing Iran for no reason, and then also lying about the Epstein files that he is clearly involved in, and then just they've gaslit us for like the Trump administration and Trump like campaign has told us that we were going to get these files. Whenever he gets in, he's going to release them. He's going to release JFK files. It's never happening, and it's not. They've lied to us over and over again. He should be impeached. A man should be impeached for so much less. It's clear that he is not for this country, and he's not America first.
You have to be on drugs to think the JFK files are ever going to come out. You have to be on drugs to think that the Jeffrey Epstein client list is ever going to come out. This isn't a Saturday morning cartoon. There's not a nice, pretty bow on the end of it, folks. It's over. Just stop. Stop bringing it up. It's game over. If you really think that they're gonna give you an inkling of what happened behind those closed doors, you're out of your fucking mind.
We just gotta accept that we're gonna be surveilled in every moment of our lives, and there's nothing we can do about it. If you go to the grocery store and you say something negative about Israel, they're just going to downgrade your social credit score, and you're not going to be able to feed your children. What's wrong with that?
I don't see a problem with it.
That seems like a good time to me. I don't see any negatives to that at all. I don't see what could go wrong.
I'm glad you brought that up because I totally agree with you.
The Epstein shit was just the nail in the coffin for me. It fucked me up so much, and it's so demoralizing to so many citizens because I know how demoralizing it is to me. I know how many people actually know about this shit. And for them to say that there's no client list at all, it's just a spit in our... It's not even just a spit in our face. It's fucking literally just beating the shit out of us. Like, it's worse than spitting in our face.
Telling you to go fuck yourself. Yeah, no, I'm in agreement with you. After everything that's happened, I'm down to the dumps. But again, things could be worse. I guess it could be Kamala, dude. Not actually, but I don't know. We're in a bad situation, but, we're Americans. We find our way out. That's what we do.
The same thing was going to happen even with Kamala. So both sides are owned by the same people. It's...
Two wings, same bird.
We gotta start our own shit. The only way, that shit will actually change. I was joking about that earlier, that part that you think we should cut out, but that is... I'm not saying that we should do that. But, that's how it's happened in the past. If you have the Roman Empire ruling over you, you gotta overthrow it from within. That nobody else is going to try to defeat it and take our land. We're so built up and huge, it's only going to come from within. It's only going to come from a civil war against the deep state, and billions of people will die across the world if that happens. Not just in the United States, it'll cause chaos among the entire world, and that's kind of what they want. They've kind of admitted that they have a depopulation agenda, and they want less of us on the planet. That's why they've just try to make as much chaos as possible in the world, and that's why they are demoralizing us, because something big's going to happen, some big false flag, and they may want...
It also could be interdimensional vampires leaking into the space, attacking through people. Have you listened to Ike? Have you heard of Loosh before?
Yeah.
Come on, Dylan.
I liked Ike, but he goes deeper than I'm trying to go. I'm just trying to go in verifiable facts about what's going on, the crimes that they're doing. He's going to just more than that. He's going to just, this is spiritual shit.
He's going fifth dimension. He's fully fifth dimension.
They're sucking the soul out of your body.
No, they are.
And there's nothing you can do about it.
It's under attack. I mean, they've created a loosh farm. They're farming this bad energy.
So be kind to your neighbors, I guess.
No, you're fucked. It's game over. Don't be kind to your neighbors. Fuck your neighbors.
Don't shoot your neighbor's dog for no reason.
Don't shoot your neighbor's dog for no reason. I mean, I think that might be nearly our closing statement. I think that's what you guys needed to hear. You're under attack by interdimensional vampires, and there's nothing you can do about it. They've started the war. It's only going to continue, and just count yourself lucky that you live here in a time where you can enjoy the limitless entertainment of the internet.
You better enjoy it while you got it, because shit's going down. Shit's not looking good.
Soon the only shiny thing in your hand will be the gold and silver that you've collected because we told you to do it. And then whenever we find you in the post-apocalypse, we're going to take it from you.
Or if people don't revolt and people actually don't stand up against the slave state that we're put in, then we're just going to have to, if you guys want to get a hold of me, you're going to have to talk to my court-appointed anti-Semitism sponsor and just ask him if I can hang out with you.
That's exactly what you fucking need, pal.
Before I end it, I just want to say that Marjorie Taylor Greene lady went on Tucker and said that every member of Congress has to get an AIPAC sponsor.
Democrat, Republican, they're in it.
And that one guy, that Massey, that Trump's going against hard, he's also said the same thing. And he said that why Trump is going against him so hard and speaking so poorly of him is just solely because he went against the big, beautiful bill, for one, and also he went against having an AIPAC sponsor. He said that he's not going to have that person in his offices because there's no reason to. They're from another they're for another country's affairs. They're not involved in making the state of Oklahoma or Kentucky or wherever the fuck he's from better. So, why the fuck would he need that? And now Trump is literally going to make him lose his job. He's going to take away our democratically elected process to put in another person that will kiss the ring.
Yeah, no, I don't know anything about this situation, but it sounds greased out.
He's going just full fucking dictator mode. He doesn't care about what he's viewed at all. What I saw today with the Epstein stuff.
He went and got Emperor Trump.
He went full gaslight mode, being like, how could you bring up Epstein right now? 2 days after we re-released the fucking videos and shit. How could you bring up that right now with the floods going on and the stuff going on in Iran? How could you bring that up right now?
Yeah, no, it's the T-Dog sunk. Yeah, I mean, it's no matter who you vote for, you're just pressed up against a wall. It's the rich are getting richer, folks. It's the tale as old as time. What do you got? Don't do that. Don't you dare do that. He's trying to pause it right now, folks, because he can't think of anything, and he's going to do it. He paused it, folks. That's fine. Let's just send out our prayers. Me and Dylan are going to send out prayers for the flood victim in Texas. 100 people killed in flash floods. Jesus Christ. It's just insane. And it's going up and counting, folks.
I think it's at 109 or 110 now, and it's just so crazy that how fast that river flooded. If you watch the
swept away a whole fucking camp in an instant.
The video of how fast it rises 27 feet in 45 minutes. It's just insane, and it's fucking so sad, and I can't even imagine being in that situation.
Yeah, no, it's fucked up. It's no good.
I wish we had some money to send them and not fucking send all that money to Israel.
The problem is that they literally said that they did not have the money to pay for the siren warning system at the start of that year, and you know those fucking government officials are making good money. Fucking government workers, man.
Dude, and
You're one of them. You bastard.
in St. Louis, whenever that tornado just hit here recently, the sirens didn't go off in the city to allow people to evacuate or not, just to have a warning at least. And you know why? Is because they didn't have anyone manning the sirens at all. Whoever was supposed to be was working from home.
Yeah, fuck it.
They didn't give any warning.
It's a remote position, man.
I can't believe how much government spending goes to waste, not only in our own country, but in foreign affairs.
It's sickening. It's disgusting. They'll find any way to throw your money away, folks. I mean, if you were spending money and it wasn't yours, wouldn't you rip it away?
It makes me so sick that like I don't like being a U.S. citizen because I know what the hard. Not only are they stealing my hard work that I've fucking bled for to get this money that they're taking fucking 40% of or whatever it ends up being. That's just fucking how much they take income tax, and then they take sales tax, property tax, everything else they could possibly do. But not only are they doing that, but then they're also using that money to make bombs and missiles to bomb innocent women and children 6,000 miles away from me for no reason. It's so crazy the world we live in.
Yeah, no. And then they act like you're the crazy person. You're the crazy person for being pissed off about it. Fuck you.
You're a conspiracy theorist. Just believe everything Trump says. Be a good little boy.
You should respect God Emperor Trump.